What's going on, guys? Kane Michael here with Magnetic Mag, and I'm sitting here with the duo known as Slander. Although they're actually nice guys, so don't slander them. That'd be inappropriate. Fun fact, I don't know when you guys really first started DJing, but when we were both, or all of us, were starting to DJ, we used to DJ at the same club, this beautiful, epic club called 888 in Newport Beach. It was the size of a shoebox and smelled bad, but whatever, it is what it is.
They had LED lights on the floor, which is pretty cool.
They had $1 million LED system, which was just like, I'm pretty sure you could buy that shit at like Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know. Yeah. But it's cool to see how far they've come. They're absolutely killing the game right now. We got a lot to talk about. First of all, how are you guys?
We're doing awesome. It's our, I guess it's our fourth time here at Ultra, but we came here in 2011 as fans, and now these last 3 years we've been here as artists, and it's been really awesome to kind of like see how everything's changed, the music's changed, and just everything grow too, though. You know what I mean?
So it kind of seems to be a reoccurring trend that we've had with other people that we've been interviewing, that they were coming to Ultra as fans and doing that, and all of a sudden now they're here playing, and it's amazing, right?
Yeah, it's just like something we dreamed about for so long, and like doing it last year was just like the biggest dream come true, and we kind of got slotted last second for this one, so like getting to do it 2 years in a row is basically the best thing ever.
I don't know what could beat that, playing Ultra, and it's Miami, right? Like, it's just, well, kind of great weather usually. Everything's just so, you said changes. What have you guys seen? What's been some of the biggest changes you guys have seen since you first started coming?
I think the trends in music have changed a lot. I mean, Ultra is obviously one of the most recognized branded festivals in the entire world. I think that here in the United States, like, we went from things like main stage sounds being more trance related, and even like, that progressive 128 related, and now you see like, guys like DJ Snake headlining the main stage and closing it out on Sunday. And you have never seen that when we first came here, in 2011, when trap music was basically non-existent. So.
Oh, it was just not in the form that it is now. It was in like Atlanta and like just kind of scary, sketchy. Yeah. So, what time are you guys playing Ultra? Or you're playing this year, right?
Yeah, we're gonna play today, Friday at 7 p.m. We're gonna be at the live stream from 7:10 to 7:30 Eastern time. So catch us.
Be there at B Squared. So let's talk about music. What kind of really set you guys off was that Heaven Trap remix, yeah? What have you've had loads of releases since then. You're doing the thing with Nightmare. What have you got going on now?
Yeah, I mean, right now, like, we've basically been in the studio for the last 2 months, like, making a record or whatever. Like, and we've never done that before. And so right now we have, like, more music than we've ever, like, had been sitting on before. So it just feels really good. And all the stuff we did was, like, really diverse. Like, we did pop stuff, hip-hop stuff, Slander stuff, just, like, everything. And it was really cool just working with other writers and singers and just being in the studio every single day. It was just something, like, we never got to do before. Like, usually it was we were on the road, in the studio for one day, on the road, in the studio for one day. And it's just, like, hard to get in a routine like that. But we took January and February basically off, and so we were at the studio every single day. And it was just, like, we got better at writing just from being in there, like, so consistently. And, yeah, we have 3 songs that are completely done that are coming out soon, and then we have, like, 17 that are, like...
17 unreleased tracks. That's crazy.
We've been going in.
So you said it's kind of all over the place. A bit of pop, a bit of hip hop, a bit of Slander, I guess. Like, what else can we expect? You said have you been really experimenting with other genres as well, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's what's crazy. If we end up putting out an album from all the music that we made, I think it's safe to say that, like, it's not just going to be like 140, 150 electronic trap songs, like, we're going to have tracks that can be played on the radio and in different genres, like he said, hip hop, pop, like, whatever. It will still have our taste to it, you know what I mean? We'll still be true to electronic music in a way. We're not going to go, like, fully in one direction or whatever, but we're really happy with it. And I think the craziest thing that these guys like DJ Snake and Chainsmokers have done is, like, they've kind of paved this new area where electronic music can be successful, And I think that at the end of the day, good music conquers all. You know what I mean? Like when Jack Hugh had the Justin Bieber track Where You Now come out, like no one expected that, but it was such a good song that everyone loved it, you know? And I think that that's what's really cool about how the music's changing. It's not even like you're expected to only stay true to your one sound and one BPM range. Otherwise, your fans are going to leave you. Like that way of thinking is kind of like gone now, you know what I mean? And now everyone just like, it's like they love all kinds of electronic music as long as, you know, they feel emotionally connected to it because it's a good song or whatever. And that's just cool.
So you guys worked a lot with Nightmare. Are you still working with him? Or?
Yeah, I live with him, so like we went to music school together and we're best friends and roommates and all that shit. So yeah, we have one new song with him. It's like really close to being done. We're just trying to find a vocal for it. But yeah, it's like the Good Vibrations follow-up, which is super cool. And yeah, we just had our Good Vibrations Miami party yesterday, second year in a row, and it was the best thing ever. It's just like our baby. Like we get to pick all the artists, pick the venue, like everything, and it's the greatest feeling to like build this like your own thing instead of like playing other people's parties and shit. And like that's great, and we love doing that, and we did that last 2 or 3 years. But just having our own party and like all of our like young homies who are like super dope who like need exposure, like we can expose them. And I think that's the most important thing once you get to like our medium level or wherever we're at or whatever. Like it's important to show people like where you were. Like these guys are super dope, but they're really small, but we want to give them spotlight. And I think that's our job now, and that's what we're doing like with our radio show on Sirius. And
we have a radio show on Sirius now.
Yeah, it's Good Vibrations Radio. It's with Nightmare, so we do it every single week, Wednesday. Yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific on Sirius, and then
check it out.
Yeah, so it's just like building the Good Vibrations thing. It's just really cool. It's gonna, maybe spawn into a label and all that shit later. So we're just excited to bring up new artists and have that opportunity.
Very, very exciting times. So what would you guys say is your number one piece of advice that you would give to new producers and DJs that are really trying to make it?
For me, I mean, what I tell people, because I went to Icon also, and I remember like all my classmates or people that are currently going there meet us, like they always ask us that same question. And I would say that, if you asked me 4 years ago what the most important thing was, I would say like finding your sound. But now the best advice I give any up and coming music producer is, music production is like obviously the most important thing, but for as much time as you spend perfecting how good or efficient you are in your DAW and producing music, you also want to think about how you're going to tie all of your music into like a brand in a way. And like if people hear that you're one song on SoundCloud and it's a dope track and they're like, oh cool, let me check out this dude's Instagram, is your Instagram going to be like interesting enough and attractive enough to where like they're going to give you a follow right away and then you hook in like followers like really quickly. I think that's what people like Marshmello have done really, really well, like recently, and that's like the X factor now, like because the market is getting more saturated, like as we're speaking right now, even with like other people who want to be DJing and doing music production. And so I think that if you can find a way to tie the music that you're working on into some sort of brand, then that is going to be the thing that accelerates you and will separate you from the pack.
That is very sound advice if I've ever heard it. So we're going to play a quick game. I have these two super unsketchy inhalers.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is I want you to give them a big old whiff, and then I want you to tell me what kind of dog they make you think of.
Okay.
Dog, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say golden retriever. And that might be a basic answer, but I don't
Why?
care. I don't know, just because it's like, it's fluffy and amazing. Yeah? Okay.
And he doesn't even care what you think because that's what it makes him think of, all right? That's all that matters.
Unconditionally. Yeah. Just like this inhaler.
And what about you?
I think it smells like a border collie because it kind of smells like old people.
Old Lassie, huh? Well, once again, I'm Kane with Magnetic Magazine, and this is Slander. Be sure to check them out at Ultra tonight. And good vibrations all day long, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dude.
At Slander Official. We'll see you on the internet.